Hi there everyone. There's a lot of ways to motivate players in a game, be it the story, the score, or just the gameplay itself. Another way is through rivals. Rivals in games differ from villains in the sense that you both share the same end goal and want to achieve it better/faster than your rival. So yeah, top 5 rivals. Let's do this. Usual rules. You know the ones. Let's go.
Honorable mentions.
I'm clumping all of my honorable mentions together for one reason. The rivalry is one-sided. Kirby doesn't care whether he's better than King Dedede, only Dedede cares. To be fair though, Kirby is like a small child who is incapable of these feelings. While Fox and Wolf are one of the most famous video game rivals, I feel that only Wolf wants to beat Fox. Fox is just kinda like, oh, it's Star Wolf? Great! Wonder Red and Wonder Blue are a lot of fun, but again, it's very one-sided. Blue wants to be in charge, Red wants to be friends. And from what I understand, Pit and Dark Pit share a similar relationship. Long story short, I like these characters' relationships, but they're not what I'm looking for in a strong rival.
Number 5.
Sega, Sega, Sega. You like the word rivals, don't you? I mean, you only label half of the Sonic cast as Sonic's rival, to the point where you made a whole spin-off about it. Well, it didn't take me long to figure out which of them's the biggest rivals. It's obviously Rouge and Knuckles. What, you thought I was gonna say Sonic and Knuckles, or Sonic and Shadow? Please! Even with the last 2 games, Knuckles and Sonic are more often on the same side and on the same page. And when was the last time Sonic and Shadow were on opposing sides after the same goal? Rouge and Knuckles are both renowned treasure hunters. They take pride in calling themselves the best in said field. Which is funny since both characters also have day jobs. Knux and Rouge always bicker and try to outdo the other, though Rouge seems more interested in messing with Knuckles. In the end, they're the only 2 Sonic characters that choose to stand toe-to-toe against each other. Their rivalry is more compelling than the others, at least. I mean, really, half of them aren't even rivals. Dumb.
Number 4.
They always say that the TV business is cutthroat. Sometimes you gotta break a few eggs in order to make a cake or something. And that's no true with Space Channel 5's Ooh-La-La and Space Channel 42's Pudding. Ooh-La-La has always dreamed of being a space reporter for Space Channel 5 and obviously cares about the company succeeding. Pudding is a bit of a has-been-seener trying to keep herself relevant to the public eye through newscasting. While they have their own reasons, both of these women are placed against one another to get the big scoop. When the 2 of them are after the same story, they have no choice but to battle for the screen time. Even when the 2 team up, Pudding will still try to worm her way to center stage. It's an interesting setup that leads to an interesting relationship between the 2.
Number 3.
While some may disagree with me, I always felt that Link never really had a rival in the Zelda games. He just kinda did his own thing, and for a while I just accepted it as part of the franchise. That's how it goes. Well, it seems Zelda's not afraid to mix things up a bit, and boy did they with Groose. Groose and Link are 2 guys who just don't get along. Probably because Groose teases Link. At first I wrote him off as some random resident of Skyloft, but man was I wrong. The dude eventually wants us to save Zelda on his own and have us stay on the sidelines. Would that I could, buddy. Would that I could. I won't go too much into the character's evolution and instead focus on the rivalry. To be fair, this is kind of another one-sided rivalry since the only reason Groose challenges Link is because Link has everything Groose wants. It's more of his ego and jealousy that pushes him to pick on Link. All that said, he is easily the best part of Skyward Sword, and his role is truly one of a kind. Along with Pippets. Boy howdy, along with Pippets. Super important.
Number 2.
Up to this point, I've only really talked about rivals that you face more on a story level than anything else. Well, that's perfectly fine. I say that gameplay can have a huge effect as well. See Riku from Kingdom Hearts. Never have I ever wanted to beat someone so bad at anything in my life. The dude is a beast at the beginning of the game. The only thing I ever had a chance at was with the race. Otherwise, I always lost. The counter certainly didn't help matters. It was clear to the player that Riku was strong and someone you could never beat, or very unlikely to beat. So having to be on opposing sides in the rescue of Kairi was kind of terrifying. The desire to beat him was so real though, so, I wanted to save Kairi before he could. Nowadays, Sora and Riku have grown past their rivalry a bit, but it still stands the test of time. Just like my patience. What's going on with Kingdom Hearts, man? I just need to know. I need a clear answer. I need to know what I'm expecting to be. I need to know how much money I'm giving them. Oh.
Number 1.
Sometimes you just can't beat the originals. Gary, he's our man. If he can't do it, then that means he's a loser. But he is also number 1 on my list. Gary embodies everything needed to be a rival. Even the game titles him as such. His arrogance, his cheap tricks, his ability to show up wherever would be the least convenient. Dude's got it all. I still remember freaking out when he showed up by Cerulean City with his higher leveled Pokemon. I had to grind so hard to beat him. Because you couldn't lose to him. Seriously, losing was not an option. I mean, you probably could have lost, but I'm not going to lose to him. I'm not going to be no loser to Gary Oak. I'm better than Gary Oak. I'll prove it. I'll prove it and spend an hour getting game footage to prove it. While later Pokemon rivals try to hit all of the same notes, none capture the coveted title of Buttface quite like Gary. And that's why he is the top rival in video games. Hey everybody, thanks a bunch for watching my top 5 rivals list. Sorry it took a little bit of time getting it out, but hopefully we're going to be back on normal schedule soon, so it'll be all cool, it's fine. In the meantime, you can subscribe if you're new. Welcome to the randomness, I guess. So, feel free to subscribe, like, comment, share a rival. Maybe I missed someone. Maybe there's a better rival than Gary Oak. I don't know. Clearly, otherwise I would have put them on the list. So, let me know. While you're here, we have some videos you could take a gander at. We have a video on the Namco Museum game for the GameCube. And we have a review on Maui Mallard in Cold Shadow for the SNES. Peruse a bit. Click Maui Mallard eventually. You'll want to watch that one, it's fun. You'll enjoy yourself, get a kick out of it. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe you, I don't know. I liked it. So, and I worked hard on it, so check it out. So, yeah. I think that's everything. All the links are wherever. You know what to do. You don't need me telling you what to do. We all got busy schedules, so thanks again. I'll see you next time. Until next time. It's an interesting setup that leads to interesting... I need a...